Okay, so one approach to missing values is to just get rid of them, right? So which is what we went over. In cases where if an entire row is missing, then you get rid of them, or rows where the important variables, okay, if that set of variables has a threshold number of missing values, get rid of those rows. Okay, so that's one approach. The second approach is to impute values for the missing values, okay, the best guess that we can come up with. So replace missing in numeric columns with column mean. Okay, so what are the numeric columns? Okay, so if we did df1, so it gives you, okay, so that's your numeric column, that's one, all right. So all of these are numeric columns, okay, except for the first one and the last two. So there are totally 11 variables. So 10 and 11 are factors, okay, and 1 is the date. So what remains is 2 through 9. Okay, so we can now do a for. Okay, so we can say for I in 2 to 9. Okay. Now when you do a for loop, I is your iterator, right? I is going to go from 2, 3, 4 through 9. So hopefully you're going to do something with that I within this loop. If you're not going to do anything with that I, then you don't need the for loop at all. In some way or form, you want to use this I. Okay, and again you go back to your homework and you see the last problem in your for loop, you have I in sec-along x, and then you don't use I at all within the for loop, you use x directly. Okay, so take a look at that. So now we want to use I, otherwise we don't need the for loop at all. Okay, so now what we want to do is df1, okay, so now what this is going to do is this comma means we're going to look at all the rows, right, and the I says that we're going to look at column I. What's going to be column I? Column I is going to be the second column first, and then the third column, and then the fourth column. As it goes through the loop, in each iteration, the value of I is going to change from 2 through 9. Okay, so that's going to go through each and every one of those numerical columns. Okay, and we're going to look at each row in that column. Okay. Now we're going to put a condition there, which is an A. Okay, and we check the same column. Okay, so now what this is going to do, okay, so this is going to go down the column of I, each and every row, and this is going to tell us whether it is missing or not. You'll have true or false, right? So now we can set, okay, if it is true, okay, then this is going to go in there. Okay. And what is that? Mean of df1, okay, the column I. So first time it's going to do this for the first column, the second column, and then the third column, and so on. Now remember, we are looking for missing values. So if you leave mean like this, okay, the mean function will give you the mean of the column, or if there is a missing value in that column, it will give you missing value back. So if your code is just that, the missing value will get missing value back again. Okay. So what we have to do is to say that don't count the missing values. NA dot RM, that is NA missing value remove, equal to true. Okay. All right, so let's do a summary here first, so we can compare. Okay, so here's the summary. So now we're going to do this and then do a summary again. Okay. All right. So now you see it's kind of hard to see, I guess. Let's look at that one. Okay. Last evaluation. Okay. Okay, let's look at these two. All right. Now, after so here is the information that the 15 missing values are now gone. Okay. And the statistics is the same for both cases, but the missing values are now gone. Okay. So all the missing values for the numeric cases are gone. The only remaining is sales and salary. Okay. Now what about, okay, so that was for mean. Okay. Now what if you want to replace with median? Well, same thing. So all you have to do is let's copy that. Okay, let's get rid of this summary, we don't need that. So all we have to do is to change this to median. Then that would be it. Okay. Now, but what if you want, so this mean and median are functions available in R. Okay. Now what if you want to impute with a value that you calculate? Okay. For example, impute with the average of mean and median, right? Then what will you do? Sorry. And well, you're going to do the same thing, like, you know, as far as looping is concerned. Okay, you're going to go through, but this is not going to work. Okay. So we have to do we have to look at some other approach. So this is not going to work. So what we can do is use S apply, the looping method that we looked at previously. Okay. So now we don't have to check whether it is missing or not, because we're going to do that in the function. So we say S apply. Okay. Now, S apply has what? The x, the vector, and then a function that goes with the vector. So we say df1, okay, all rows and I. No, we're going to just not all. We're going to S apply is we're going to feed vectors in. So we're going to take the first column and send it in to the function. Take the second column, send it into the function. Okay. Okay. S apply, take the column I, send it in there. Okay. And the function is, okay, put the function within here. So now we're going to check x is going to be the column, and S apply will take each element of x and it will perform the function, the code that we're going to put there. So now we can test if is an AX. Right. Okay, so now that's the condition. Now we have what should go, the code to execute if the condition is true, and then the code for condition not true. Okay. So suppose we want to use mean or median, we can do that here too. Okay. But that's not what we want. We'll change that in just a second. So df1 I. Okay. So it's going to go to the, okay, so this is going to go to the original data frame, and it will take the ith column and compute mean. Okay, so, and of course mean you have to say NA dot RM equal to true. Okay, so that's if the condition is true. Right. And then else, okay, then just else you just don't do anything, you just give the x back. So if missing value, do that. Okay. Let's put it this way. Okay. Else do that. Okay. So now this will give you the mean. So let's see what happened here. Warning in is an x. If is an a condition is length greater than 1, is an x. We'll do that. But that shouldn't, I don't know. Okay, so this gives you one after the other. All right. So I'll have to check this why it didn't work. But now you're feeding one x at a time. Yeah, and then that'll be okay, I guess. And then you're checking whether it is missing, and if it is missing, it's feeding median, or you can put mean, that will set mean there. Okay. But if it is mean or median you wanted, you could have used that. But if you want something else, like the average of the mean and the median, then you have to, if is NA, if it is missing, then since this is a function that you are setting up, you can put anything you want. So mean plus median of df1 comma I, and once again you should say NA dot RM equal to true. Okay, so now, okay, so we have the mean plus median, and you divide by 2. So this is the average of the mean and the median. Okay, and else you, if it is missing, then you take the average of the mean and the median. Otherwise, you just give the x back without doing anything. Okay. All right. So that's the difference between this approach and the S-apply approach. S-apply approach is much more flexible. You can do lots of different things with it. You can even look at, the split. You can say, all right, we're going to take the mean based on a factor, and then say, okay, if the factor is this value, then I'm going to put the missing value to be this. If the factor is something else, then I'm going to use a different value. So you can fine tune your imputing in many different ways.